Hedgehog movie franchise started off with an incredible low.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey!
But then, miraculously, the team behind the movies listened to the backlash and fixed it spectacularly.
A little ball of super energy in an extremely handsome package.
When the movie finally came out, honestly, I was like,
It's decently decent, okay? It's averagely reasonable. Wait.
Then I watched Sonic 2, and it was... But then, a few days ago, I watched Sonic 3, and it was like...
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It was like I ascended. It was like I had seen true beauty. It felt like...
I am an immortal.
In honor of Sonic 3's release, let's take a look back at the previous Sonic movies and discuss how each one has improved, how it's a great adaptation of a video game, and the biggest problem it has. The first Sonic movie is what you'd call a very reasonable introduction to the franchise. I was a bit surprised to see the way it began. We get introduced to Longclaw, which from what I understand is a completely new character created for the movies. She's Sonic's guardian, who protects him from the Echidna clan. It was awesome to see new lore made for the movies, while also drawing from the important stuff of the games. What I think is most important about this scene is how the writers clearly had somewhat of a plan for the movies in the future, given that the lore of the Echidnas is expanded upon a bit more in the next film. So while it had a strong start, it's what you'd expect of a kids movie. The movie is heavily dependent on the viewers finding Sonic cute and lovable, which, if this somehow made it to the theaters, would ruin the entire film. The movie is very reminiscent of Deadpool's antics, starting off with classic voiceover narration, having Sonic reference a bunch of pop culture, and him breaking the fourth wall constantly. The human characters aren't that funny, adopting a lot of what people now call MCU humor.
Sorry, we didn't get to do everything on your bucket list, pal.
It's okay. I did the ones I needed the most.
You two are so cute. Like,
Oh, please. What?
like
We are not.
No, we're not cute.
Ah yes, thank you movie for ruining a nice moment by revealing nothing new to the audience. What you have to commend is them adding in a Quicksilver scene. Yeah, that's expected, Sonic's a fast character, but you rarely see these kinds of scenes outside of that franchise. It was fun and well executed. Then you get scenes like this, and I'm like,
He's airing it out. It's gonna be long. No! No!
it's a kids movie, just relax, it's a kids movie. Kids like Fortnite, kids like these dances, it's a kids movie. While it cringes me out, it's not a big deal and fits this version of Sonic, considering he's portrayed as a Gen Z kid. Oh yeah, these movies are also notorious for the most cliche trope, fake out deaths.
No.
That's one.
Tails, come on, wake up.
That's two.
And Sonic 3 just came out, but for the sake of the joke, tiniest spoiler coming in now.
Tom, what happened? Speak to me, come on.
That's three!
I get it's a kids movie, and it's just to induce some tension and conflict, but it honestly just halts the pacing of the movie more than anything. Because let's be real, no one's dying in this movie. I'll forgive what happens in Sonic 3 though, because that had a purpose. To show a parallel with Sonic and Shadow. Oh hey, it's that guy from that one Key and Peele sketch. And he's funnier in this 3-minute sketch than in the entire 3 Sonic movies.
Oh, I made it.
I'd say the movie is pretty inoffensive. It's not long either, and it's got some fun action. Jim Carrey does a fantastic job as Eggman, doing his usual Jim Carrey mannerisms, and Ben Schwartz is a good fit for Sonic. It has like 1 or 2 scenes that got a slight chuckle from me. Back to the topic of it being a kids movie, because of movies like Lego Batman and Puss in Boots, I've set a new standard for kids movies. If you don't like kids movies where the character is outrightly telling you how he feels and blatantly stating the moral of the movie, you're not gonna like this movie. I went into it expecting it to be cute, and it set out exactly what it tried to achieve. The movie's like a 5 out of 10. Let's move to Sonic 2. Let's just get this out of the way. Tails is adorable. They did him so right, it's insane. He's got his miniature character arc going, and he plays off of Sonic really well. His CGI can be a bit off, but given just how much the CGI artists get worked, I don't have much of an issue. The problem with this movie is that since it's mostly focused on Sonic and Tails, the writers don't know what to do with the human characters. They're not interesting, they're not funny, and that whole wedding plot...
And I ended up breaking the first rule of undercover work.
which is?
Never fall in love.
What the f***? am I watching? Also, there's only one movie that can get away with cute animals dancing when their owners are out of the house, and that's Garfield. I'm choosing this moment to be a reference 100%. Knuckles was a huge standout. He's a little different too from what I remember in the games. Cosmonaut put it best. He's basically Drax.
I don't understand. Why am I angry at the enemy ball?
And I don't have too much of a problem with that. He's cute too and has some funny moments. When he joins Sonic and Tails, their dynamic is adorable.
Come on, Fox. Our dessert adventure awaits.
When Sonic gets the power of the Master Emerald, I won't lie, a smile widened on my face and gave me one of the few times I let out a no sniff.
Oh, it's like that? Okay, we're not friends.
Okay, wait a second. Sonic straight up murdered him. I'm sorry? This is the movie where they decided to just start adding more, seeing as how successful the first Sonic was. It's a little longer, and aside from the human plot, the movie is good. It's like a 6 to maybe like a 6.5. And seeing the true GOAT appear in the post-credit scene, I was so unbelievably excited for the third movie. And now, let's go to Sonic 3. The movie that has this clip circling around.
Okay, wait, stop. This I know you do not
I know the Shadow falls in love with Maria.
Whoa.
Poor choice of words, Colbert. After walking out of the theater, all I could say was, yeah, it slapped. I have to credit a lot of my enjoyment to what got me into this franchise in the first place, and that's the Shadow the Hedgehog game. This game's intro cinematic was generational. Seeing Shadow kick ass with I Am All of Me by Crush 40 made me love the character even more. I have one slight problem though. Why in the is this song not in the movie? Like seriously, why? Also, spoilers for Sonic 3 from here on out. I'll only forgive this issue if Shadow inevitably gets his own movie and this theme plays. But until then, I'm a tad depressed. Anyways, from the beginning of the movie, it feels different from the previous two. I'm not saying it's like a night and day difference, but the aura that Shadow brings is insane. When he breaks out and starts taking out all the bad guys, I felt like I was a kid again booting up that PS2 game. It makes sense given the fact that Jeff Fowler worked on the Shadow game, who is also the director of the Sonic movies. Just beautiful. This movie also fixes one of the major problems I had with the first two. Shadow doesn't need to say what he's feeling. We get glimpses of his past and you can see the anger and hurt in his face alone. In the first two movies and even in this one, Sonic is just straight up saying exactly what he's feeling and what he needs to do. Yeah, I know it's a kid's movie, I keep saying that, but I think it's important for kids to imply what a character is feeling without the movie explicitly telling them. Keanu Reeves is great as Shadow. He has that dark and gritty vibe perfect for him. He's reading them as the most Keanu to ever Keanu.
This is a waste of time. Walk away before you get hurt.
I'll kill them. I'll kill them all.
I also love seeing Sonic get serious for once. After the classic fake out death these movies love including, Sonic absorbs the Master Emerald and chases after Shadow. Then when Shadow absorbed half and I saw that white fur, I won't lie, I was giddy in my seat. The Dragon Ball fight scene that approached was beautiful. You had a bit of Man of Steel in there, and just when you're loving it, it cuts to the Eggman. Just straight blue balls. Speaking of the Eggman, I think Jim Carrey playing the two Robotniks was pretty fun. What I didn't expect is Eggman to sacrifice himself in the end and have a slight redemption arc. This coffee guy, who I got completely bored of by the second movie, I expected him to have some goofy death, but giving him a bittersweet ending was actually a nice touch. Seeing Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic work together as a team was really well done. They were all useful and essential in the final confrontation. Loved seeing Knuckles actually calm himself down when Sonic asked for the Master Emerald. Seeing Shadow and Sonic work together like Goku and Vegeta after having their intense battle was just perfection. But with all that being said, I just have one major problem / fear with these movies going forward. I feel like it's gonna be the same movie every time. Cool backstory in the beginning, MCU quips, unserious and unfunny human plots, fake deaths, and a seemingly happy ending. You know, I kinda hope that Shadow did actually kill off Tom instead of being a classic fake out. If these sorts of things keep happening, the movies are gonna become stale. There's gonna be no tension and as a result, no payoff. Sonic 3 is a prime example of having a good blend of serious and funny moments. Shadow's backstory is actually quite dark, and I want to see these movies tackle more of that emotion. Why not kill off a human character close to Sonic, just to change up the status quo? Seeing Metal Sonic and Amy showing up was expected, and to be honest, as much as I wanted Silver to appear, saving him for a future movie is also great. I'd be down to see a time-traveling story that could have major ramifications for the future of the series. But would they even go that far for the story? Not without 10 different fake-out deaths.
Chaos control!
The Sonic movies are a great adaptation because they include the important parts of the source material's lore while also changing some stuff, like making the rings portals to other worlds. The original game just had you collect them, and imagining a movie with that being the primary focus would be a million times worse than what we have now. The Sonic lore in the games is a bit bonkers, and simplifying it like the movies have done is why it works so well as an adaptation. Overall, I think going forward, they just need to stray away from the formula the first two movies presented, and the third is a good start to that. To think that these movies never would have happened if they didn't listen to fan backlash. That is true dedication, and it shows that the creators have a passion for this franchise, and it gives me hope for the future. But apparently, Disney is looking to acquire Sega or something. Yo, Disney, respectfully, don't you dare touch these movies. You guys took the L on your cash grab of Mufasa, a Lion King prequel that no one asked for.
Shh, it's over. It's done. It's done.
I can't have them ruin another franchise. I can't. Whatever comes next, as long as nothing else changes behind the scenes, I'm sure it'll be good. Oh, come on, man. Of course these spin-offs were inevitable. I haven't seen this show, and I don't plan to. I'm not bothered enough to keep track of all these spin-off shows.